Now recording. That's
Voice
what
is
Craig
not-
sounds like.
Nah, his voice makes mine look like yours.
Oof. Sorry for you, buddy. Anyways, hi, welcome to We're Reading Something, I guess.
Yeah, welcome to a thing where it doesn't start with Zane reading an entire creepypasta.
Hey, I bet that's gonna be the most liked episode. Cut to
Anyway.
the YouTube analytics. There's like everyone cut out right when it started.
I'm Llytic.
I'm Spaghetti Monster.
This is What Are We Reading? Anyone out there familiar with angry shippers?
Not me, sadly. Luckily.
Well, ended up finding a Harry Potter fanfiction written a while back by someone who wasn't too happy about Harry shagging up with Ginny.
Oh, is this like Hermione cheating on Ron?
No! Oh, no. That might actually be... I wouldn't even know if I would consider that one sensible. But that would be more restrained. That would be less of a character assassination situation.
Oh, people are gonna die, or you mean like they're actually murdering their characters?
Character assassination is a term used for just like completely fucking up characterization.
Oh, this will be fun. In probably the really bad way.
Yeah. Anyway, it's called Time to Fix Mistakes. Time to Fix the Mistakes.
We're already starting off, and we can see somebody's salty.
Author's note: the Deathly Hallows epilogue was truly unsatisfying. Okay.
So clearly I can write better. That's why I'm
the
on.
Whole thing is like, just because it wasn't what you wanted doesn't mean you could do better. It's like that whole thing of when How It Should Have Ended did like their whole idea for how The Last Jedi should have ended, and it was like Snoke. I mean, and Snoke was actually secretly Darth Plagueis. It was like, wow. So you want to have a twist ending that only diehard fans would understand?
Yeah, call out to the fans.
Like when you
fanboy.
Imagine being in like the theater when that happens and just turning to look back at the audience and everyone being like, "Wait, shit, who was that?"
One guy in the audience, "You're not a true fan of Star Wars if you don't get this ending." Gah!
Oh god. Fuck them.
Chapter 1, The Hardest Stones Crumble.
I haven't finished this.
Well, you know what? Fuck you.
Here's the rest of the story that begins about 2 years after the Deathly Hallows epilogue. Not for giddy enthusiasts. Character deaths. Time travel. Avenging Harry.
Chapter 1, Even the Hardest Stones Crumble.
July 31st, 2018.
Wait, is this recent? When was this made? No, damn it.
No,
I thought this was made like last year.
This is made 2007. Wait, oh, that's right, the epilogue. Yeah, I remember. Okay.
Did the epilogue take place?
The epilogue was like whenever, like Harry's kids.
That would be like way in the future then.
Yeah.
Harry Potter was enjoying his Saturday morning. He had just turned 38 years old. He had 3 wonderful children and a wife he loved. He had a quiet morning planned before the boisterous party occurred in the afternoon and early evening. Aw shit, Harry Potter's getting wasted!
His wife loved birthday parties, even for her quote-unquote oldest child, Harry.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
The whole joke of referring to your partner as child.
Haha. Speak of the devil, Harry murmured when Ginny came into Harry's study with a plate full of something that smelled good. That's...
Food?
Food? Food smells good, but like you can use better descriptions.
Something that smelled good.
Maybe Ginny as a wife is like cray cray, and she's like handing her husband cinnamon rolls and French toast at like 2 in the afternoon.
Hey, I'm good with cinnamon rolls and French toast at any fucking hour.
Exactly. So it would be like a nice notion, but I don't know if this is like some basic meal. Are we serving up cinnamon rolls in this bitch?
I mean, it's implied that this is his birthday, which I can't ever remember what Harry's birthday is because I don't know.
Yeah, because who cares about Harry's birthday? He's the chosen one. You can choose his birthday.
He's the chosen one, causing him to be royally fucked over as a child. Because
Pretty
nobody
much.
would shut up about him being the chosen one, forever damaging his psyche.
He grew a huge ego.
I baked it fresh this morning.
Is it cinnamon rolls? It smells lovely, but isn't it a touch early for birthday cake? Damn it! It's not cinnamon rolls!
Ginny gave an odd sort of laugh. It's coffee cake, silly. Blueberry and cinnamon. Found the recipe in one of Mum's old books.
Harry lit up in a smile. I always did love Molly's cooking. Harry pulled at the plate from his wife's hand and took a bite.
I mean, like the Weasley mother basically became Harry's mother. Also,
yeah.
fun fact, apparently J.K. Rowling had to censor what Ron said half the time. It's like any of the times in the books he said bloody hell, what it actually was initially was fucking hell. Which probably explains why in the last book you have that scene in which Molly Weasley just yells, "Get away from her, you bitch!"
Yeah.
Turns out, oh god, I'm just imagining like a rewritten version of the book where just like the Weasleys are constantly swearing. Just the sweetest people as Harry has ever known, constantly swearing.
Wait, Harry, oh no, Ron has older brothers that run like a joke stop, right?
Yeah, Fred and George.
I imagine them running the store cursing at each other loudly before like one of the kids walk in. They're just like, "Oh hey!"
Fucking hell, George, what are you thinking?
Yeah, exactly.
That daft cunt.
Oh, fuck. Yeah.
Oh god, now I'm just imagining like one of the Weasley. Oh, it's like Molly Weasley calling like the Dursley parents like a pair of daft cunts or something like that. For how they treat Harry.
Oh my gosh.
Oh shit.
They just like roll up one day. You fucking twits.
You fucking twats. Twat. Oh shit. Twat.
You fucking
twat.
nilly nanners. You fucking landlubbers. Arg.
Why are you suddenly pirates?
Yeah. Yeah. Blackbeard was a wizard, didn't you know?
I'm trying to remember if that was a thing in the book. I think it might have been. I can't remember. I know that in Lightning, in the Percy Jackson series, he was the son of Ares.
www.fanfiction.net Pirates and Wizards Chapter 1 Prologue, a Harry Potter plus Pirates
What?
of the Caribbean. Oh my gosh, it's a Pirates of the Caribbean Harry Potter fanfiction crossover.
Bookmark it.
Bookmark it? Okay.
So we can find it later.
Alright.
Ginny looked at her husband as he chewed.
Yes. Brilliant.
Your line.
Yeah, I said it's brilliant.
No, that wasn't it.
Fuck, we'll have chocolate cake for pudding after dinner. What?
In England, pudding is used as a catch-all term for dessert.
We'll have chocolate cake for dessert after dinner?
Yes.
Gosh, that's nasty. I don't like that.
Chocolate cake?
No, the phrase for pudding. My entire world has been, turned upside down. Ginny walked out of the room, and Harry Potter quickly spat out the disgusting coffee cake. It had smelled so promising, too. He loved Ginny, he really did, but she surely didn't inherit her mother's talent for cooking and baking.
What the fuck?
Wow. Or you can just be a sensible person to be like, Ginny, I love you, but you're not exactly the best cook. I'll cook my cake for my birthday. It's fine.
Oh, she got the elves to bake the birthday cake. Harry muttered.
Oof. Wait, elves are a thing in the Harry Potter universe?
I'm not entirely sure that Harry would be too keen on owning more house elves.
Oh, right, house elves.
Yeah,
Maybe Ginny's just a racist.
Because it's so... Ginny definitely wasn't part of Spew. It's kind of the whole thing of like,
Ow.
just because Harry didn't like doing rich people things in the books.
Really?
It was kind of shown like he didn't like taking part in like this kind of stuff that the higher up wizard families did.
Probably because he was treated like a house elf his whole life. Or probably worse. Let's be real. Actually, I don't know. It probably depends.
His first encounter with a rich wizard was telling him that his friends were shit.
Oh.
Remember the whole thing with Draco?
Oh, Draco fucking Malfoy, of course.
I was like, Harry doesn't doing rich wizard things, so why would he be like go out of his way to own house elves?
Yeah. Also, wait. Spoilers for Harry Potter, I forgot, but did Draco Malfoy get like a redemption, technically? Like, he wasn't evil in the end, right? Or did he go to the other side?
It was basic, I guess, redemption of sorts. I mean, he ended up like saving Harry's life, I think. Or at very least, it was one of those things where, like, at that point during the Battle of Hogwarts, he was kind of just like not into it anymore, and so he was being forced to do things by Crabbe and Goyle.
Yeah, I forgot if he was one of those guys who at the very end was still evil kind of thing.
I mean, granted, he did do some like things for the Death Eater, so you'd think that he would have at least gotten some jail time, but then again, Wizard Jail is Azkaban, so I don't think it's a good idea to send people there in the first place. It's literally torture. Like, the wizarding world is fucked up.
Yeah. And they call muggles the lesser species. You know what humans have who aren't wizards? Human rights. Got them.
Anyway, your line.
Is it?
Yes.
After the house elves, right?
Yeah. The cake.
The cake had certainly not been very sweet and had a rather unpleasant, even metallic taste to it. Par for the course. Ginny managed to screw up nearly every kind of baked good. The kitchen was usually the domain of the elves for Harry. The lessons he had learned the hard way at the hands of the fist of the Dursleys were ones he still practiced. Wait, he punches the elves?
No, it means that basically the Dursleys beat baking skills into him.
Oh, I didn't think they made him cook, did they? They just like hit him under the staircase.
I don't know. There is like some interesting things to think about, including the fact that because of Harry having technically been a Horcrux the entire time, that might have actually been part of what affected how the Dursleys treated him in the first place.
Oh, like they might have been better to him?
They might have been influenced by him being a Horcrux. Oh, that's
the reason they're being mean?
Yeah, like, because like the different times we've seen a Horcrux be in proximity to a person for extended periods, it kind of fucked with their mind and caused them to start being an asshole.
Oh, well, I'm glad they weren't born assholes, but the kid.
So it's it's a whole thing of like, if they were that kind of asshole from the start, why would they have taken in a child from someone they allegedly hated the entire time?
Yeah, they would have put them up for adoption, right?
Or just left him out in like the middle of nowhere.
Oh right, he was a baby.
Yeah, he was a baby.
I first got him, so he would have been like left on the porch somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like when we see Mrs. Dursley, like when she was young, at the whole thing of like she had an interest in like magic and stuff, and she was like desperately hoping that she'd be like admitted to Hogwarts because her sister was.
Oh.
And so it's a whole thing of like, I can understand some jealousy, but the fact that she immediately somehow turns to just like revulsion, like in adulthood, didn't make much sense.
Interesting.
Also, how the fuck do you get a metallic taste in the cake accidentally?
That's why I wanted to say really creepily. Like, I think she just poisoned him. Like, I think this is where this is going since it said character death. I think somebody's about to get fucking poisoned.
Also, this is the kind of bad at baking type stuff that you expect from like shitty writing, like, oh, this anime girl's whole flaw is that she's shitty at baking.
Wow, what a nice one flaw.
This one's flaw is that she's clumsy.
Nah, just put them all together. Make your anime girl have like 1 dexterity. So she's bad with her hands at everything.
Okay, 1 dexterity, my immediate thought was the series I found a while back where the whole thing is... Okay, first episode spoilers for this series that I can't remember the name of, but literally the whole thing is that she is so clumsy that she has to be, psychically piloting robot duplicates of herself, because otherwise she would just accidentally get herself killed on, a daily basis.
What?
I'm not kidding. She has to be, hooked up to this machine that allows her to, psychically pilot them and go through normal everyday stuff. But these things, because of how naturally clumsy she is, just have a terrible habit of dying. Oops, I accidentally got hit by a truck. I accidentally fell into one of those, 40-foot drops into a river that, are, in the city of Japan. Which, why is there not a railing there?
I don't know.
Oops, I accidentally got shot with a crossbow. Just all this shit that's oh god, how do you be this clumsy?
I don't know.
Anyway, Harry did try to ensure his children had some skill in the kitchen. He taught all 3 of his children some basic cooking skills. He smiled thinking about his little brood.
If he can teach his siblings, or his kids, he can teach his fucking wife.
Hey, honey, how about instead of using powderized steel? He loved each of his children. His Gryffindor James, his Ravenclaw Albus, and his Hufflepuff Lily. Each was a perfect person, flaws and all. James smiled thinking of the time the 3 of them had last pranked him. A hair growth potion did have quite a few possible uses, didn't it?
He'd want a larger family, but Ginny had become pregnant. Such is Potter-style luck.
Oh no, you can't have 4 kids? Why would... Why... I don't feel like Harry would be the kind of person that's yes, I want several children. He already got...
I don't know about Harry, so I don't know.
I don't know, because it's the whole thing. Is I could understand, the 2 or 3, whatever. And then there's also the fact that he ended up technically having to, technically adopting a 4th kid because of, Remus and,
What the hell? Oh my god. Llytic? Are you there? Ah, shit. I think he fucking died, guys. Are you there?
I don't know, that just doesn't seem like a Harry thing to me.
What? Did I not say anything that entire time?
No?
Okay, that's because I didn't hear you.
Wait, seriously?
Yes.
Oh, god damn it.
And it really ended right when you said it. That's why, whatever about Harry. I don't even know if Craig picked that up. That was creepy.
Okay. It was were you saying anything during that time?
I was saying, oh my god. And are you there? Because I found, literally... I found something so cancer, I think my Discord was like, you can't share this. Please don't.
Do I want to know?
I'm showing you anyway, so...
Oh, god damn it.
It doesn't really matter if you want to know, because you're gonna know.
Anyway, if I couldn't be heard earlier, basically what I'm saying is I don't feel like Harry would be the kind of person that would be overly, what the fuck, why?
I don't know.
There is so much to get into here. We have an emoji sucking on toes. We have Marge with a very fat ass. We have a photoshopped Taylor Swift. It's one of those photoshops. We have a panel from a Zootopia comic. We have a borrowing SpongeBob with SpongeBob faces on her tits. We have a sunburn with a weird splotch of not sunburn over the nipples. We have a thick minion. We have Genderbit Jabba the Hutt. And we have Ian the Beast BDSM.
Every baby girl needs a beast.
Don't say that out loud.
Well, demonetized.
There are many words I never want to hear from you, and baby girl is one of them.
You suck on my ex's toes? How my booty taste?
Wow! I didn't read that one. I just saw the emojis. Oh. The fuck? Anyway. I believe it's your line. No, wait, no, it's my line. He contented himself with 3 beautiful children.
What about the fourth one you were talking about?
God. Why is... I mean, frankly, how things are, you shouldn't be trying to aim for a large family. There's too many people on this godforsaken planet as it is. Which god has forsaken it? Who knows? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's any number of them.
The thought stopped in his head as he suddenly felt sick to his stomach. He was also in severe pain, which just added to his wave of nausea. She poisoned him! I knew it!
He stumbled to his feet. Ginny! He called out.
He made it downstairs before he was doubled over in pain. Then he came across the dining room. His beautiful children, were all seated, slumped forward, but none of them were breathing. Oh, what? What?
Remember what I said earlier about character assassination?
Yeah, I was making a joke about her killing Harry, but the kids are dead?
Well, I was meaning more the fact of since when did anyone ever get any inkling that Ginny would be the kind of person who would suddenly just murder her entire family?
I don't think anybody in Harry Potter was like that, except for, I don't know...
villainous characters?
Yeah. Well, that's just a given. But, like... No, I don't like this anymore!
Help! Jenny, help!
Help! Harry slumped against the table. His hand was out feeling for Albus's pulse. So he named his kid Albus after Dumbledore?
Yes, Albus Severus Potter. I'm not kidding.
So, like, after Snape, too?
Yes, after the man who refused to leave his mother alone. I don't care what anyone says, Snape is not a good person.
James had none. Lily. Little Lily, oh god, she was dead as well.
Jenny!
Finally, Harry saw his wife saunter slowly from the kitchen.
Still moving, Harry. Wouldn't have expected that with the dose I gave you.
You? You killed my children?
Oh god. Oh god, this line. It's bad enough that the word brood was already used earlier. That was creepy enough. Jenny laughed. Think I wanted to be a brood mafia messy-head children. I had a career before I married you, Harry. I can go back to Quidditch and have the pot of fortune and fame to my name.
No.
Dear God, that is one of the stupidest things I've ever read.
No offense, but if Potter dies, I don't think anyone's gonna care about you.
Oh, it's also the whole... Well, I'm pretty sure she has a family.
Well, I mean, like, in the global picture of Potter fame.
Oh, true. Well, there's also the fact that we're talking about a situation, a world in which magic exists, so you think that it'd be really easy to just, I don't know, truth from her.
Oh yeah, like Hermione and Ron come over.
There's so many... Oh, sorry.
So I'm thinking like Hermione and Ron come over, and they're just like having a talk, and they give her tea, and she's acting really sad, and they just like, they put truth serum in it.
Yeah.
It's just, I killed Harry Potter. Oh shit.
But, like, it's the whole thing is there are several ways to get the truth out of someone with magic, so there's no way you should ever end up with a false positive for guilt. Like, on top of that, whenever like the entirety of a family is murdered except for one person, that one person is typically the first person that you're going to suspect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, every member of the Potter family was killed except his wife?
So, Jenny, what were you doing on the night of Harry Potter's death?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Definitely not poisoning him.
Do you know what the one thing I don't really get about truth spells and stuff is?
What?
People make it seem like it forces you to tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
But they make it like you blurt it out.
Yeah.
So if it just compels you to speak, why don't you just start spouting out random facts?
Well, it's the whole thing is it depends on how it works in that world. For instance, if it's the kind of thing, it could be the kind of thing where it forces you to give a truthful answer to a question that you're asked.
Well, yeah, in that case it's fine, but a lot of this stuff just makes you blurt out stuff.
Yeah, in other cases, it could, for instance, in movies and such, where it's the quote-unquote scientific truth theorem, it's less that it actually forces you to tell the truth, and more just the fact that it kind of inebriates you so that you have less of a brain-mouth filter. So you're more likely to accidentally say the truth where it crosses your mind.
Oh my gosh, it reminds me of a comic thing I saw.
Because, like, when you're asked a question, what you think the answer is, or what you know the answer is the thing that's immediately going to flash across your brain.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're in a situation where you have no brain-mouth filter, going to accidentally tell the truth.
Yeah.
Another option is just a magical serum that makes it impossible for you to lie, but doesn't make it to where but doesn't necessarily force you to give the answer to a question that you're asked.
I know, so
So
like,
you can technically work past that by just saying anything and everything that is true, but isn't the situation at hand.
Yeah, but if you're avoiding the actual question they're telling to you, that's pretty much a guilty mark.
Unless it's a whole thing of they're asking you where something is.
Yeah, like in this case, did you murder Harry Potter and you avoided it, then yeah, it's going to make sense that you did it. But if you're like trying to interrogate someone, yeah. Or like they just start spouting the truth in Spanish. Like, I don't understand Spanish. What is he saying?
I don't know.
All this talk about truth serums and stuff reminds me of a stupid fan comic I saw for Wonder Woman and Supergirl. Where like it's right after a battle.
Oh.
And Supergirl's handing Wonder Woman her like lasso back, and like Wonder Woman just casually, just banters, just like, so what are you doing after this? And Supergirl just blurts out, I'm gonna go home and masturbate to you. And then Wonder Woman and Supergirl just like stare at each other in shock, like,
Okay, that just reminds me of one of the things from one of the like the DC cartoons in which like Wonder Woman has like this one guy lassoed, and one of the things he blurts out is like, in my free time I dress up as Wonder Woman, it makes me feel powerful. Or like, I dress up in a Wonder Woman costume, it makes me feel like as Wonder Woman, the costume makes me feel power. She just goes, it makes me feel powerful too. Like this mid-sized guy. Like, it's just like the whole joke, like this whole idea of like, yeah, I guess in a world where superheroes exist, you would have people that cross-dress as said superheroes.
Well, yeah, of course. People already cross-dress as superheroes, and they're not even real.
I just love the fact that she wasn't surprised by it at all. Just like, yeah, makes sense.
Well, what was he doing?
I can't remember. I just remember seeing that clip out of context.
Oh, well, if he's like a bad guy, then that might be kind of weird. But if it's just a random person on accident, then it's like, yeah, okay, that was an accident.
Just love the idea of Wonder Woman being like, yeah, who wouldn't want to be me?
Well, I mean, she can literally block bullets with her arm.
She can block bullets.
Want to do that?
She can move. She can she can from time to time break the light barrier.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Wonder Woman, we need that.
She's been shown to like have reaction speeds that break the speed of light.
Oh
let's see, what are some of the other things? She's technically like resilient to anything that isn't stabbing.
Oh my gosh, I always hate it when people have powers like that because then I would. So if I was there, I would intentionally do it. Like, so you could block bullets, huh? How about the shotgun?
Like, it's the whole thing is like, so if she were to, like, she's basically immune to blunt force trauma for the most part.
Hmm.
Like, stuff like that. Like, she is a very powerful character.
Yeah, you were about to say overpowered, but then you remembered it was DC.
Oh, yeah. Also, the whole thing of just outright calling characters overpowered in the context of the universe they're in is kind of stupid, especially the fact that it's usually only ever used to refer to female characters.
Really?
Have you ever noticed that? Like, especially nowadays, like, whenever someone complains about a character being a Mary Sue or just, like, stupidly overpowered in a movie or whatever, it's always a female character.
No, I haven't.
I have. Oh boy. It is one of the stupidest, most blatant things. It's like whenever people complain about forced diversity in films, but they never actually explain what forced diversity actually is.
I thought that was the stuff like stop making my characters that are already white a different color, just make new ones.
No, I'm talking about the things, and it's like with characters that aren't already established, like stuff that's not like established or like new characters that are there. And on top of that, when it comes to comics, it's usually a whole thing when that happens is that it's the role of that character, of that hero, being handed off to someone else, which is something that happens in comics.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that sometimes it's like the character's a different race or gender or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Whenever
It's
I
one of
think of
those
forced
things
diversity, I think like Captain Planet in the 90s.
Well, yeah, but it's also a whole thing is like that's all part of the charm. Like, that's no one ever got angry about Captain Planet having a living gradient cast.
No, because that's how it started out.
Yeah, it's the whole thing is like people get like one of the things recently is people complaining about one of the main characters in the new Star Wars films being black.
Yeah, that's dumb. He's a new character. I'm just surprised. Does that mean? Because oh wait, no. The Clone Army already died, right?
Yeah, the Clone Army was from the prequels. The Stormtroopers are from the original trilogy, and the Stormtroopers are stated to basically be genetically created, but they're also shown to be different people. Like, they're not all genetically the same.
That's why I was wondering if like everyone looked like him under there, and they were like all the Stormtroopers were black.
Now, some of the Stormtroopers are also women.
Oh yeah, that's a really dumb thing because there is that giant steely woman one.
Yes, and so it's the whole thing of like they're test tube soldiers.
Yeah.
Like, they're all grown in a lab and artificially aged.
No wonder they can't shoot.
It's just one of those things of like people constantly complaining nowadays. Like, and with the whole thing of like a character being overpowered for unexplained reasons, it's always a female character.
Oh, like the Captain Marvel thing? Where people complain,
Yeah.
I don't care enough about this stuff, okay? I don't go around like looking at, what's all the bad stuff going on or who's doing
with
what.
people complaining about the Captain Marvel thing, my immediate thought is, okay, we're talking about someone who's basically that universe's Superman equivalent. What you're doing is literally like the equivalent of complaining about Superman being overpowered in a movie. The man who can break the light barrier and
Depending
has
on
been
the
shown
iteration.
has been shown, yeah, in like every iteration, and has been shown to see down to the atomic level. Like, literally, his whole thing is that he's always holding back.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole thing with Superman. That's why with him, you give him moral dilemmas. You don't give him physical dilemmas. Like, that's the whole thing, is like, oh, everyone was just there to make her look good. That's exactly how it is in any movie that only has Superman as the only hero. It's like, the point is like everyone being in awe of how powerful he is compared to like the normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I just find really stupid, and it's an argument I only ever see used for against female characters.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Anyway, the Sad Widow, because of the stupid Potter entailment rules. I just had to wait for the last child to reach age 12 before I enacted my little plan. What?
No? Nani?
Otherwise, I'd have done this years earlier, you foolish.
I don't like this girl. Can we not?
I don't like this version of this character. The original version, I mean, I don't remember much about her, but she at least seemed like an actual person.
This one is just...
I'm going to get married to you because you're rich? I
Well,
never got gold
Harry
digger
Potter's
vibes.
not rich!
Technically speaking, he kind of was.
Technically, exactly.
That's so, God. It's one of those whole things, is like, the whole thing you see with Ginny is that from a young age, she ended up having that whole thing of, like, crushing on a sibling's friend.
Ew.
Like, that's the whole thing, is like, and then they actually ended up getting together, and it's the whole thing is like, with what we've seen of Ginny, I highly doubt that this would happen.
Somebody's just got a narrative they're trying to sell.
Yes, they do. Anyway,
It's convenient that Harry Potter didn't die. I wonder what's gonna happen. Don't laugh at me, bitch.
I laugh at whoever the fuck I want.
Nah, mate. If you do it again, I'll punch you in the face. And by punch you in the face, I mean kiss it lightly. Mwah.
With my fist.
Yes, but very lightly, and it won't hurt. Trust me. It'll be fine. You can believe me.
Anyway,
Anyway,
your line.
my line.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure? Sorry,
I
I always do that.
Surprising, isn't it?
I know, right? It's
Who
almost
would've
like I'm unoriginal and really dumb.
I never said that. Your
I know,
words, not mine.
I know. At that, right?
Yes.
Harry
Wandlessly.
wandlessly broke his wife's neck. I'm not. What do I? How do I respond to?
How do I live without you?
He was crying in pain and grief for his children, but he'd never shed a tear for that woman.
Oh, it's so edgy.
If he survived this, he would pay to have her soul excised by a necromancer, all remnants of her life and soul removed from this world.
Okay, I understand you're angry, but it's still your wife you're talking about.
I mean, she just killed all your children, so I mean, like, I actually.
Well, like, there's the whole
It's a good thing it's a fan fiction.
Oh yeah, because like that's the whole thing. Is like, there's a difference between the fact that he killed her and the fact that he's now completely remorseless over this. Because in a normal situation, he'd just be like his mind would be like completely broken. Like, oh god, what the shit is going on?
Yeah, he'd be devastated.
Oh yeah, it wouldn't be a whole thing of fuck her and everything she's ever done.
Why? Like, what did she do this, and is it my fault?
Yeah, that's what will be going through his mind. Not fuck you. He summoned his wand from his study and began sending Patronus messaging spells out as fast as he could manage.
Patronus.
He called the Potter elves for help, then he clutched his nearest child, poor little Albus, as he succumbed
she
to the
did
darkness.
kill the elves?
Apparently not.
Hold up, where were they this whole time?
Yeah, on top of that, elves are shown to be like quite possibly more magically powerful than wizards.
They know what the fuck was going on, probably.
Hell, they probably could have stopped it.
Yeah. They'd probably just be like, wow, this tastes weird. And they'd watch one of the kids like get hurt or whatever, or like start to faint, and they'd just be like, I got it.
They probably would snap.
They Thanos snapped Ginny out of existence. Dobby has been given a sock. Dobby has all the power now.
Dobby has been given the gauntlet.
Now Dobby's the master.
The channel Fact Fiend recently had a shirt made based on a joke they made about the Battle of Hogwarts and how, like, Dobby could have fixed everything. And it's a picture of Dobby, like, posing like Magneto, standing on a bludger with a bunch of knives surrounding him.
Wow. I'm actually gonna look that up now. Are elves more magically powerful? Harry Potter. Why house elves are better than wizards? Could perform magic beyond that of any wizard. Confirmed. They always went above and beyond.
Yeah.
So how come they're like slaves then?
Apparently they just enjoy doing things for other people. I found the picture. It's called, oh god, the shirt's called Dobby's True Power.
Dobby's true power.
Let me put this in the chat, because, oh god.
Dobby is all powerful.
That's a thing you can get on a shirt.
That's beautiful. Hold on, I need to go buy a shirt.
Oh god. The Marvel hero Iron Fist is noted as being inadvertently responsible for the creature Spider-Man's arch nemesis Venom. The story goes that a guy working on an Iron Fist costume proposed the idea of making his costume an alien, an idea that was later repurposed for Spider-Man.
Beautiful.
Like, one of the shirts they have just says Big Fact Energy.
Big fact energy. Big fact.
Oh god, apparently you can buy the Turbo Gorilla shirt that Carl wears in that.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, the host of it his name is literally Carl Smallwood.
Aww.
He's
What a
made
nice
jokes
name.
about his own name.
At least he knows how to make a joke. Am I right?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. Just better be careful. I'll show you my Smallwood. Unzips pants.
Oh god. Anyway, let's see, where were we?
Hey,
oh, right.
Complaining about house elves.
Let's see. Did you read, which one
August
did you?
3rd, 2018.
Okay, you did. Okay. Harry woke up in St. Mungo's 3 days after his children died, and he executed his wife for familial betrayal, which the purebloods of old had put and kept on the books as a crime. Again, why would Harry give half a shit about pureblood traditions?
He wouldn't.
Harry was very much against pureblood, like, assholery. Because
He was
most
just
of his
against-
encounters with purebloods outside of the Weasleys was, wow, people are assholes. Ain't that right, Hermione? My muggle-born friend.
My muggle-born companion. I wonder how, like, Ron's parents acted to, like, him banging Hermione. Just like, wow. I'm impressed I'm impressed she deals with you.
Wow, Ron's dating up.
Oh my gosh, I want to steal that for something now. Just like some super rich family, just like seeing their kid, and they're just like, wow, he's dating up.
Oh god, a rich family doing that?
Yeah. But it's like some like just really nice person who's not, super fucking rich. But like maybe all the rich people in the neighborhood are assholes, so they're just like, good on you, son.
Oh god, wow, our kid really doesn't deserve them. Good on them.
Nice job, son.
That'd be great.
Yeah, wait, is it my line?
Yeah, Harry was visited.
Harry was visited by the healers first, but he couldn't even ask about his own condition.
Did my children suffer?
I don't fucking know. They're dead.
Your line.
Healer Magason tried to shake his head, but ended up shrugging.
How?
I hate it when I move my shoulders and my head happens. What?
I hate it when I try to shake my head and accidentally shrug.
They each consumed the cake where you only had some in your mouth before spitting it out. I'd suspect the compound acted quickly. Did she force the kids to eat it by standing over them awkwardly, just like, do you like it? Is the entire family in on this that Ginny just sucks at cooking? Because if I know anything about a kid, those kids would immediately be like, I don't want to eat mom's cooking. She sucks.
I'm having flashbacks to Oxdad. Man, he never could cook. Granted, he had hooves.
Poor boy. He has to. Nah, when you don't know how to cook, you can learn other things. Like, I don't know. Baking.
I had to learn to cook. Mostly, I had to teach myself. Granted, that mostly started with me just lighting a fire because I had no idea what a stove did.
Exactly. How do you even know if your cooking's any good?
I mean, I didn't vomit, so...
That means it's acceptable, not good.
Sims now vomit at acceptable levels.
Wait, what? Okay. What'd you say?
Sims now vomit at acceptable levels.
I didn't even get to finish what I was going to say. I was about to say maybe you're the movie TV dinner in a world of 5-star restaurants.
Wow.
Anyways, what did she poison us? What?
It really puts what happened growing up in Alternia into perspective.
Everyone's a TV dinner there.
Yeah, we're all raised by wild animals.
Well, yeah,
the only ones who ever know what they're the only ones who ever know what they're doing are the ones that end up like being forced to become butlers and shit when they grow up.
Ooh, that'd be very depressing.
Because if they don't, they're killed.
Exactly. Ooh, that's depressing. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe she was just a lowblood who was fed up with it. Maybe this is the troll Harry Potter universe.
I mean, Aridin was already kind of supposed to look like Harry, although he had the personality of Snape.
Oof.
And now I'm just flashing back to the epilogues.
What did she poison us with?
What did she poison us with? Okay. We're still trying to figure that out, Mr. Potter. The Auroras.
Aurora Borealis.
Yes. Found the remainder of that vile concoction in the kitchen.
Then how come you're...
Wouldn't you be able to have someone on hand that could immediately, identify poisons? I mean, it's magic.
Don't they know how to travel through time?
Only with a time turner, and from what we've seen, it's a predestination-style timeline.
Aw, rip.
As shown in Prisoner of Azkaban. They didn't change the flow of time.
Okay. I don't care what it costs, find out. I have to know how she destroyed my family. Harry wasn't crying at this, but his voice was filled with emotion stronger than mere anger. He was super nettled.
The nettle levels are over 9,000.
He's gonna go super nettled 3.
I'm very sorry, Mr. Potter.
No, you're not. Shut up. You're only doing this at your job. What?
Damn it.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was genuine, but the healer left the room wondering if Harry would have preferred not surviving the poisoning.
Kingsley Shacklebolt and the leaders of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement were next. Okay.
Harry, the Minister of Magic, tried to begin.
I know why,
bruv. Said Harry.
God damn it. I know why you're here. Bring me a pensive and my wand, and I'll show you.
One of the Aurora?
I think it's Aurora.
One of the Aurora captains, Erdute, what a name, already had the stone Erdroot in his name and already stone base, and Harry pulled the memory from his head and dropped it into the rune-carved receptacle.
Pensive.
See, they can already pull memories out of people's heads!
Exactly. Several heads went inside, and several heads came out minutes later with shock and revulsion writ large. I've known her for 20 years, but I never would have thought, Kingsley said.
check her corpse for the usual signs of imperious or other mind control spells or potions, Harry said. I don't think you'll find them. She seemed normal in my study and then insane after my children were dead. She was an actress in the worst sense of the word. I don't think she's been right in the head for a long time, if ever.
An actress in the worst sense of the word. Like a bad actress?
Like a clown. No insults to kinds. Unless you're a juggalo.
Oh, God damn it.
I wake up beat up a couple days from now.
Oh, God.
I wonder if there even is juggalos down this south.
I've known
Where
a
is
few.
the most juggalo population?
Harley Davidson. Considering the fact that I'm pretty sure any local Harley Davidsons sell shirts with with evil-looking clowns on them, I'm pretty sure there's some juggalos around here. I think there's a Harley Davidson nearby. I remember.
Let's just go to the Harley Davidson.
I saw someone not too long ago with an ICP shirt. It was like last week.
Were they near Harley Davidson?
They were in Walmart.
You should have ran up and said, Juggalo! And then ran.
You down to clown?
Hey, Juggalo, are you down to clown?
Oh, God. Kingsley tried to coax Harry into talking as one friend to another, but Harry bucked and weaved his way through every question.
Yeet. That's
Bucked?
the sound
Do
of
you mean
Harry
ducked?
bucking. Nah, he's just kicking people in the head.
Oh, God. Throwing people off his back. As Kingsley was leaving, Harry said one last thing. I'll be back in the office in a few days, Minister, but I'll be turning in my resignation. I can't do this.
Oh, man. Sorry, I
Deal.
just...
Deal
Heal
for
for now, Harry. We'll talk more about that when you get out.
now.
No, said Harry, flipping him off and leaving.
Then, for his final act of his hellish day, he had 3 reporters summoned, along with another pensive.
I want the true story of what happened to be reported. My attorney, Lord Stanlop, is documenting the entire meeting. Here's my memory of what happened.
Okay, again, Harry was not big on the press.
I don't think a lot of people are big on the press.
Yes, but especially Harry.
Really?
The
You
whole
sound like a
thing,
Harry fanboy.
It's one of those things of like someone trying to say that they can do something with a character better while not understanding the basics of a character.
Yeah, this person's being awfully convenient and making what's-her-face really, crazy.
Evil.
Yeah.
And having it to where Harry's acting like he's all about that wizarding pureblood life.
Yeah. He's really not... Yeah, fuck this. Why did I choose this over more Zelda fanfiction?
The journalist came out of the experience even more traumatized than Harry would have expected. They're journalists. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they've been threatened worse. They try to sneak onto somebody's property, and the wizards threaten to snap their necks like Harry apparently can without his wand.
This is end up getting threatened to be hit with the Cruciatus curse or some shit.
Yeah. I already forgot. Why do they need wands if Harry can just snap necks casually?
If memory serves, it's more that the wand is a conduit or focus.
But if he can snap necks, why does he need to focus?
I don't know. I guess he could have snapped necks more efficiently with the wand.
He could snipe them. He could snap necks from 50 feet away.
Because
he just has to point the wand.
It's the whole thing is if you try to use magic without your wand, you can do it. It's just not as likely to end up doing what you wanted it to do.
Expecto Patronum explodes.
Oh, God. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those kinds of things of it's a focus for your magic. A conduit.
Let it be known that Ginny Weasley is forever banished from the House of Potter for familiar betrayal.
Again, I don't remember this ever being a thing that was mentioned in the Harry Potter universe. the sin of familial betrayal. If that was the case, wouldn't his godfather, Sirius Black, be accused of this for betraying his family who joined, like, fucking Voldemort's ranks to instead be like, you know what? Let's not go around murdering muggles and joining the fucking Order of the Phoenix?
Also, this was Ron Weasley's sister.
Yes.
How is Ron Weasley gonna fucking react?
Probably not in a way that makes sense.
Oh, this is how they like into a big fight, and then Hermione.
No, that would
supports
make
Harry.
sense.
I know, but
You
then
killed my fucking sister.
Yeah, and then Hermione's gonna agree with Harry Potter, and then that's how they get a breakup, and then those two fucking have kids. That's how the
Turns out
story's
this
going.
person was one of those idiots who wanted Harry to join up with Hermione.
Why are you calling them an idiot for that?
Because it's an overused trope of the main main male lead hooking up with the main female lead.
That's just.
And so it was a breath of fresh air when that didn't happen.
You really worry about tropes a lot.
It's one of the few things I could say about Harry Potter that's a breath of fresh air, is that it didn't succumb to that. I mean, sure, it did its whole thing. It did the whole power of love thing, but
Wait, but
at least it didn't do stereotypical dating tropes.
But if the main lead and the main wouldn't the two people who are the main characters normally get together if they're like friends though?
That's what tends to happen in fiction, and like that's.
Well, won't that happen in real life too?
Well, for one thing, main characters aren't a real thing in real life.
I know, but I'm not thinking from that perspective. I'm thinking of a guy and a girl starting out as friends and then becoming lovers.
It can happen, but it's one of those things that it's not guaranteed to happen. Hell, if it's someone that you've known since childhood, that might even lessen the chance of it happening. Because then they just have the idea of you simply being a friend and more like a sibling ingrained in their mind.
Alright, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
That's why the whole childhood friend trope is fucking stupid.
I just want that to happen, but they're just dicks to each other the entire time. Like, wow, you're dating him? You can do better, just leave.
You could do better, what, you know? God, no.
No, I'm talking about the friend saying that to the friend meets their friend meets their friend's girlfriend for the first time or boyfriend.
So
and they tell the significant other.
They're ribbing their friend, and so
yeah,
it's like,
that kind of.
Wow, you hooked up with my best friend. Jesus, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay. Honestly, I could see that actually working great as like a dynamic between characters like that. That would honestly be kind of adorable. Just like these two friends that just constantly give each other shit.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough, I could see
that happening. Sorry,
I
didn't mean like God. You could do better. Not like that. Sorry.
Okay. Is it okay? Weirdly enough, I could see that happening in Waffles and Pancakes.
What?
It's this one webcomic I'm reading. Basically, it's about like these two college people who these two people who like became college roommates, and like they're each other's best friends, and like their dynamic is absolutely hilarious because like one of them is all like serious and dour all the time, while the other one's just this hyperactive this hyperactive dude. If memory serves, he actually does have ADHD, but he's just like this complete and total like engine of what the fuck. And so like their dynamic together is hilarious, and like it's a whole thing of like there has actually been legitimate character development of like I think her name's Kia or something like that. Like her like loosening up a bit, and so it's like one of the things that happened recently is them getting into a glitter war with each other.
A glitter? What?
Because glitter gets everywhere.
No.
And so if you set up a glitter trap for someone,
oh my gosh! What a
like one of the things that ends up happening is like her loading up a like leaf blower with glitter and just blasting his face with it.
Oh, ew.
It's like, oh fuck, these two are idiots. Like I love these two idiots. They're great.
Yeah.
But I could see her jokingly telling, like, someone he's dating that they could do better. There's one scene I find hilarious is like someone in a someone who was in a car like getting in an argument with like fuck, I can't remember his name. Shit, I'm going to open up the webcomic so I can see their names. Because it's one of those things that I just find absolutely hilarious. Let's see. Oh god, the synopsis doesn't say what the names of the characters are.
What? Why?
Oh, okay, the synopsis says two best friends attempt to answer life's greatest mysteries, such as what if our butts had nipples? This is the story of fart jokes and friendship. May not be suitable for younger audiences due to strong language and sexual references.
I already don't like that. What if butts had nipples? Shut up. That's what.
Let's see. First one should. Studying together tonight? No, not studying you anymore. Huh? Why not? Because you get because half the time you get bored and start acting like a dickhead.
Dickhead.
I know that was silly, but am I really that bad? Yes, for example. Take last night, for example. Previous night. Kaya, look, I didn't choose the mug life. It's just a picture of him. And like just him holding two mugs, the mug balancing on his head.
Oh,
very
gosh.
clever. Now put them back before you break them. Him with something stuffed on his shirt. I didn't choose the jug life. You stuff your shirt just to make that joke? Yes. Need those, you asshole. I didn't choose the plug life, running with a whole bunch of power strips. It's not funny.
God damn it.
Sliding on the floor. I didn't choose the slug life. Where did you hide my power strips, dickhead?
Where are my power strips?
Let's see. Man. First episode doesn't have his name, but it's, okay, her name is spelled K-A-I-A, so Kaya, I think is how it's spelled.
Kilos.
Oh, see. Great work, fuckhead. Fuckwit, now you look like the stripper nobody wants. Basically, he decided to, like, see if he could fit into her shirts.
Oh.
Answer is he really can't.
Is he a fat boy?
Let's see. God damn it, I can't remember his name. I'm going to find this. Aiden. Okay, I am Aiden. But yeah, just these two idiots. Like one of them that I really remember, like, this how they work off each other is this whole thing of, like, some guy, like, driving on, like, some guy at a stop, like, getting in an argument, with, like, picking a fight with Aiden, and Kaya's response is to just, like, dump a bunch of breadcrumbs into the guy's window so that a bunch of pigeons fly in. And just start pecking at the guy and his new car.
Oh, nice. Wait, were we, like, doing something?
Yeah, I was, like, referring to something that, I was just, like, because you mentioned something about a couple of characters who have a nice platonic, like, back and forth with each other, and that was one of the things that immediately came to mind. Anyway. Let's see. Did you read the May the Wraiths of Hell hunt her down part?
I don't think so.
Because that was the end of your line, let it be known.
Oh, wait, yeah.
You did read the May the Wraiths of Hell part?
I think so.
Okay. What the fuck is that about? It was only the oldest of the pure blood families that ever used post-mortem disownment. Then why would Harry be using it? But Harry knew all the laws and customs. For
No,
his
he
old
wouldn't.
job as... Oh, God. For his old job as head Aurora, he had known them all.
Really? That's what you're
That's,
going with?
that's so fucking stupid.
Eh. He took a dreamless sleep and slept for 12 hours. No dreams meant no tears.
Well, it's merely that you don't remember your dreams. I mean, no matter what, you're going to dream, so he could still easily have started crying into sleep.
Yeah, I was about to say, that seems like some kind of muggle product that some like sleazy dude started selling just to fuck with the wizards.
August 8th, 2018 to August 10th, 2018. Why did I
And
say it two different ways there?
who knows? Whomst knows? When Harry walked out of the hospital 5 days later, as the poison had done hard to heal damage to most of his internal organs, there were reporters outside waiting to talk to him, but the glamour Harry used allowed him to pass them all by without a second glance.
I don't remember glamour ever being mentioned in the Harry Potter universe.
What's glamour?
It's usually like a mystical or magical force or substance that can be used to disguise things, make them seem mundane or uninteresting.
Can't you just kind of like use like super powerful transport things so you could just kind of yeet by them before they could ask him a question?
He could literally teleport home.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and even then, like, I don't know, I feel like he'd probably have his invisibility cloak on him in some capacity.
All the lights off and his invisibility cloak in case somebody looks through the window.
Oh, God.
It's like, I want to be alone right now. Stop.
Leave me alone.
I'm. The poison may have passed, but these feelings haven't. I need some time to think. Fuck off.
Harry mourned his children with every step, but he could no longer think of having a family in his life. His entire world was shattered. Every person became a potential betrayer. Every person was a potential enemy. God, this is some edgelord shit.
I thought he'd be relying on his friends. Maybe not Ron, actually, now that I think about it.
You remind me of her face.
Not even like that, it's his sibling. That's probably a really awkward conversation he doesn't want to have.
Okay, I don't know. For some reason, I was thinking like more of a normal situation. It's just like, God damn it, I can't meet with the brother of my lost love because of the fact that he kind of looks like her.
Yeah, Ron has a really feminine face. Have you looked at him? Looks like a girl from behind.
That beautiful red hair. Those luscious freckles.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
God damn, I keep losing my place.
Yeah, in the days that followed.
In the days that followed, Harry closed the home he'd purchased when he and that woman had started a family. He scheduled a private funeral for his beloved children in Godric's Hollow, next to the markers for his parents and the one he'd laid to Sirius Black's memory, the stones for Remus and...
Nymphadora.
What a name, Nymphadora. Lupin, or if he was over.
Or was it? Oh no, Tonks was her last name. It was Nymphadora Tonks.
The sad place now contained Harry's only family, all dead. I'd love to name somebody Nymphadora.
I don't think that you're supposed to stress the fedora.
When I met him, that's what would happen, and I'd probably die.
I mean, it's a woman, so...
That doesn't change it. I'd still say it.
The morning dawned clear and beautiful. Harry put on his nicest muggle suit. He would get through the ceremony for his children. He had to. He cast his spells of blessing and physical protection. He would make their gravestones the most memorable he could. The gravestones came alive and started eating people.
Ah, that was the mimic spell. Whoops!
I mean, that'll make it memorable.
Yeah. Everyone at the funeral's dead.
Everyone would remember the time some gravestones came alive and started eating people. He apparated, that's what the teleportation thing was called, apparition. He apparated to an abandoned shop near the cemetery. He opened the door with his magic and stepped out and walked to the cemetery. Very few people had been notified.
The Weasleys had not been told the day and time of the service. Harry wasn't sure if he could manage seeing auburn hair right now. Well, you're right. Nice job. He'd heard that she had been buried 4 days ago. She deserved to be fed to the crows.
Fuck off.
See, I already told you, there's like some rift between him and the Weasley family now. And This is the part where Hermione chooses his side, and then they fuck.
I don't know. The Harry-Hermione ship just never appealed to me in any way.
I never really thought about it that hard, because I just thought it was going to happen, and then I learned later it didn't, and I was like, who the hell is Jen?
Ginny, Ron's younger sister who had been constantly mentioned from the very beginning as
I never read the book.
Weirdly obsessed with Harry.
I only watched the movies.
Honestly, I just preferred, Ron and Hermione's dynamic when it came to dating.
Really?
Well, for one, he was an absolute idiot. It was just kind of a whole thing of opposites attract.
Yeah.
Neville and Luna were already there as was Teddy Lupin, Harry's godson. The very eldest, Phileas Flitwick,
elderly
Phileas Flitwick, had also come. His old charms professor had retired 5 years ago and wouldn't likely live out another year. Kingsley showed up just a moment after Harry arrived. His children's former tutor, Madeline Catchbasket. That can't be a real one. Was the last to arrive.
Wait, so Defense of the Dark Arts was cursed, right?
Yeah, basically, literally no one lived more than a year in that position. Or lasted more than a year. Lupin lived more than a year, but he was outed as a werewolf and therefore left.
Yeah, but question about that? Who cursed that, and is the curse over as of the end of Harry Potter?
Tom Riddle, aka Voldemort, cursed it when he wasn't given the position. And I think it would technically be uncursed after his death, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I want to know if there's an actual really genuinely good Defense of the Dark Arts teacher there or not.
We rehired Umbridge. What? The character that people hate more than Voldemort.
Why, again?
Because she's an absolute bastard.
Oof. What'd she do?
You mean aside from torturing Harry?
Oh,
she didn't actually teach anyone Defense Against the Dark Arts. It was literally just reading from a book.
No way! They said that in the story, too?
Yeah.
She legitimately didn't fucking teach?
Yeah. It was all this different stuff of, her being, just this over-the-top, asshole to everyone. And it didn't help whenever she called centaurs lesser beings.
I bet everyone was mad when she said that.
Well, the centaurs definitely were when she called them filthy animals.
Did they beat her up?
Yeah. They dragged her into the woods and she was found later traumatized.
They didn't kill her, though.
No, but if we go off of Greek mythology, they may have done other things.
Oh!
Yeah.
They gave her a light kiss on the cheek.
God damn it.
What? What?
It's your line.
Really?
Yeah.
No thanks.
I don't think you have a choice here. Harry himself.
Harry himself conducted the brief graveside memorial. Yeet.
420.
Exactly.
Those are the stories I remember of my children. Their beauty and their puckishness. Their brilliance and stubbornness. Their love of jokes, stories, pranks, and my living life to the fullest until they died. If I lived 100 lifetimes, I would never find 3 children I adored more. You do realize that Teddy's right there, right? You raised him as your own child.
Teddy's probably feeling a bit...
Dad, what the fuck?
Teddy just gets up and leaves, just alright, fuck you.
Alright, fuck you, Dad.
Fuck off, Dad.
Because he was literally a baby when Remus and Nymphadora died.
Oof.
So the only parent he'd ever known was Harry. And
Who literally just said he didn't like him more than his actual kids.
Oh boy.
Oh, well. Harry's going to hell.
just out in the distance from Teddy. Fuck you, Dad.
That would be beautiful. Just fuck you, Dad! If you even are that, bitch!
They were robbed from me, from you, and from this world. I promise today that I will never forget, and I will move mountains to give them some form of peace in the afterlife.
I will never forget Lily's net. He like forgets their names. Just
Lily, Albus, and shit. James.
Yeah, James too. Yeah.
Looks at Jim?
I think that's Jim.
Jim Potter. Okay, that one's even funnier because that's the one named after his own father.
He like actually says Teddy's name, and he's like, "Wait, no, not that one."
I'm not dead, Dad. As much as you wish I were.
I swear I can hear their voices now.
Fuck you. I mean, since we're going this far out of character, we might as well have it to where Harry's just a shitty father towards Teddy.
Pretty much. He spoke with everyone, right?
Yeah.
No, Harry stepped
no.
forward. Right? Harry stepped forward, one hand, and began casting spells to settle his children's caskets into the ground, to seal them, to protect them, to comfort their mortal remains in the only way he had left.
He spoke with everyone who'd come to the service. Harry stayed strong for his babies. So, Dad, what was that last part about you'd never find 3 children you adored more?
Nothing. Really just looks at him like, shut up.
Like, Teddy also has the Did the sound drop out for there?
No, it was cutting out.
Okay. Shit. Now I'm just imagining him, like, shape-shifting his face to, like, the most stern, like, intimidating face he could.
Who?
Teddy.
Whenever Harry Potter told him to fuck off.
No, whenever, like, the whole thing of just, like, confronting him about that.
Yeah.
I'm literally your son. Godson, but technically son.
Oh, gosh. The sound's cutting out again.
God damn it.
Harry Potter. Harry doesn't want us to talk bad about him. He's trying
Fuck you, Harry.
He's trying to silence Teddy. Long live Teddy. Free rights for Teddy.
Long live Teddy.
Minister Shacklebolt. I thought it was Shacklebot the first time I looked at it.
Shacklebutt.
Was the last of the people. Shacklebottom jean boots with the fur. With the fur. People stopped by to extend his condolences. Harry listened to the kind words. Wow, this is long as fuck.
Minister, may I come by your office tomorrow sometime to have that discussion?
No.
Alright, fair enough.
Kingsley looked surprised for a moment before he remembered that Harry was what Harry was referencing. The Mr. nodded sadly. I hope I can talk you out of something that will make you miserable.
Well, we'll see.
For real though, we've been going for like an hour and a half, and this is long as fuck.
Yeah, I'm guessing we're gonna finish this chapter and then end it.
Finish this? It's gonna take us another hour.
Is it?
Bet. Just scroll down real quick.
I did. Well, Oh god, okay, this next day. Then,
The next day?
yeah, the August 11th one.
Alright. August 11th, 2018.
Harry, I know I owe you my position. I mean, you know I owe you my position.
Fuck off, bruv.
Excuse me!
Excuse me, Harry. I know you're a bit depressed right now, but this is not the time for that kind of language.
Harry, I know you're depressed, but I need you to take my job as Minister of Magic. What?
No, mister, you got the unwarding task all on your own merits. Harry's voice was somber but slightly tinged with dark mirth.
How edgy of you. Not true, Harry. I served as the interim minister for 2 years after the war. Then I got booted to the Wizengamot. Okay. Wizengamot, eventually becoming the chief warlock. But you brought down Minister Shipley with your corruption probe. Anally.
Ain't what? Oh my.
Corruption probe. That basically brought me out of my Wizengamot dotage.
Harry just nodded. If that's the way the mister wanted to see history, there's not much Harry could do.
After you anally corruption probed him.
After you let me anally fist you.
Kingsley tried reapproaching the topic. We know you're the one who pushed for the two-pronged strategy after the war, Harry. The Truth-Telling Commission and amnesty for those who never killed or raped combined with a redefinition of the dark arts that freed up entire branches of magic for renewed study, while increasing the penalties in all parts that were generally considered dark arts. You're the reason there are now 15 unforgivable curses and rituals, Harry. You're the reason that Muggle-borns are taught wizarding traditions, and why all purebloods are taught Muggle science, history, and such. Well, I mean, frankly, like, the school should probably teach, like, Muggle sciences, math, and that shit, but...
Yeah.
But at the same... weren't they already all, like, taught wizarding culture and traditions in school? Or wizarding history and shit?
This person doesn't know what a Harry Potter is.
Even then, if we're talking about this in the way of, oh, they're taught what wizard culture is like, isn't that more akin to, like, the kind of shit that would be done to, like, Native Americans way back when, in which they'd be, quote-unquote, re-educated into, like, quote-unquote, civilized Americans and shit?
Yeah, besides, they literally learn about, quote-unquote, they're experiencing wizarding culture by just being there.
Like, they're experiencing it by being there, and on top of that, they're going to learn wizarding history through, like, the wizard history classes. There is, like, things that we see of, like, wizard history being taught. So, like, the easiest way to learn a culture is to, like, just immerse yourself in it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the easiest way to do it. I don't know, this feels more like re-education than it is anything else.
Yeah. I don't know. This person's just special. That's all that is.
God damn it.
Then the world is a better place for the things I accidentally crusaded for, but now it's the time for me to bow out. Shut up, Harry.
What are your plans? You can't live in the past. It'll wither you, Harry.
Fuck you! Watch me! Harry time travels back in time.
Harry then proceeded to never learn anything.
Harry never learned anything ever again. Where the fuck am I? Alright, my plans are my own, mister, but thank you for inquiring.
Yes. The minister rubbed his temples. I know you hate the fame, Harry, but you are a public person, especially after this disaster. You wouldn't be left alone. You won't be left alone.
Bitch, watch me, he says as he leaves.
Bitch, watch me, he says as he puts on his invisibility cloak.
See this? People ain't gonna see shit.
Oh,
Harry?
death's invisibility.
Harry, where'd you go? Harry!
Harry!
Room? Harry, wait, don't leave me alone. I'm scared of the dark.
Turns out the minister has no object permanence. He's like a baby. As soon as something disappears, he forgot it was there in the first place.
And Harry's just sitting there like, see? It worked perfectly. It did not work perfectly.
Harry!
He like calls in like the guards or some other people like, have you seen Harry? Everyone's just kind of like,
just in your office, sir. Yes, but now he's not here.
Sir, are you sure he's? So I don't even know what to fucking say.
Nah.
I can't believe we let this guy be there.
Oh, good. Anyway.
Anywho, who are you?
It's your line. I'll be left alone.
I'll be left alone, mister, to finish my work. I can take care of myself, bitch.
You won't be happy, Harry. The tone of his voice suggested Kingsley thought this his final argument.
You're big gay. Got him. Kingsley, sir, I don't think I'll ever be able to be happy again.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, that's why... Alright, Harry. It's time to go to therapy!
I mean, for one, therapy and antidepressants are a thing for a reason.
Yeah. Harry, my boy, it's time for therapy. I don't care if you don't want it, you're getting it.
Just, like, him... Like, one of those whole things where it's like a therapy session, like, group therapy session, so it's a whole bunch of people in a circle, like, the circle of chairs, but Harry's tied to the chair.
We love you, Harry! Stay here! Everyone loves you and misses you! Stop!
Alright, now, whenever we get around this circle, I'm going to need each of you to stand up and introduce yourself. How the bloody hell am I supposed to stand up?
Oh, god damn it. Why does that make me laugh? Stop. How the hell am I supposed to bloody stand up, you piece of shit?
You tied me to the fucking chair, you wankers.
Oh, that would be beautiful. Harry Potter, the angry boy.
Forced therapy session.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I want that to actually be a thing in a story, like, regardless of what it is? Just, look, we're going to get you some help. I don't need help. No, you're getting help.
You just, like, he just keeps complaining, and then you cut to the next scene, he's tied down to the table.
He's just tied to a metal folding chair.
Yeah. He's just... God damn it. It's just my fucking line, right?
No, it's mine. Time will dull.
Shit.
Now it's your line.
Harry stood up from his seated position. Sir, I'm afraid it won't. You have my letter of retirement. I assume I'll retain privileges relating to my use of ministry libraries?
No, you won't be working here anymore.
Just like, no, you won't. Why would you ever think that, Harry?
You won't be working here anymore, therefore you won't get any perks of the job.
Pretty much, yeah.
Kingsley bit his lip. He just nodded. I'll sit on this letter for a week, Harry. Take some time and to rethink this.
No. Fuck you. If I don't get the library,
cut to him tied to a chair.
Since the
now,
horror happened,
make sure to let your emotions out. Fuck you.
That's an emotion. So yes,
We're
that'll
making
work.
some progress.
God damn it. Well, we're making progress. Albeit not very much.
Just one of the other people. I understand why you're angry, but this will help you. I mean, look, it's helped me so much in the years since I started this.
Fuck you.
Now
well,
that
fuck you
wasn't
too,
very
Harry.
Nice. Now that wasn't very nice.
I don't give a shit if it was nice. Fuck you.
I'm sensing some anger issues here.
Like hell there's anger here. If you don't get me out of this fucking table, I'll snap your neck too. Oh shit, wait, what? You snapped somebody's neck. God damn it, okay. Fucking hell. Since the whore happened, it's all I can think of. Nothing else matters, I'm afraid. Good day, Minister.
I swear you left off a syllable on horror.
Oh.
I swear you just said, since the whore happened.
Oh, man, I'm not going to say that. Oh, man,
Anyway.
Since that happened, yeah, it's been great.
Since the whore happened.
Yeah, exactly. Since the whore happened, I've been feeling great.
Hey, I've just been really back on the up and up. I mean, life's been looking great since I got laid.
Have you ever gotten laid? It's great. Yes, Harry, I have been laid before. Great.
Damn it. Oh, shit. Anyway, I'm Llytic.
I'm Harry Potter.
And this has been a train wreck of a story.
Pretty much.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Craig? 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 Craig, buddy, you need to leave.